this is going to be the theme all day. I'm really expecting most of these storms to stay east of I-65. So tomorrow afternoon, I know this looks kind of gnarly. I am expecting some thunderstorms with a stronger wind potential through central and southern Kentucky. So watch this. We go from 70 to 67 Wednesday because I do expect most of you will see some form of scattered shower briefly. Now, I mentioned we're going to add humidity into your forecast a little bit later. Over the next couple of days, getting ready for racing at Kentucky Speedway, there are some changes to your forecast. I'm sure a lot of folks at the splash pad today at the pool, you're going to want to do the same tomorrow. It's still going to be incredibly hot. We have the excessive heat warning that holds through 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, but we need to add some strong storms to tomorrow's forecast. So maybe hold off on the pool plans. We are not seeing any lightning at all here on the radar display. What we are seeing, pockets of heavy rain and some gusty wind. That's what I've circled here. A little bit of a gust front now spreading out from this line of rain. That tells us that there are stronger wind gusts inside of this line.
WDRB meteorologist Hannah Strong is certified by the American Meteorological Society.
We dodged some rain showers today. I want to show you, though, how close they were. Just outside Lexington, we saw a couple of those showers, weak thunderstorms popping up. Missed it by just that much today. It seems like we have not had a dry weekend in months. If it seems that way, you're actually correct. It's been several weeks since that has happened. This week, we finally broke the stretch. Thank you to this cold front right here. The cold front got far enough through our area today that it sparked storms east of Kentuckiana, and thank goodness for that. High pressure now in charge. You see that big blue H? As it slides closer to us, that brings sunshine to tomorrow's forecast. We also are going to see kind of a different air mass. Today was not uncomfortably hot, but it was warm and it was a little bit humid through part of the day. Now temperatures are dropping. Louisville's only 2 degrees cooler right now than we were at this same time yesterday, but you can see Indianapolis 9 degrees cooler. That cold front brings cooler air that sinks down from the north. It also brings drier air, so we're not going to worry about rain chances for a couple more days. That means tonight will be slightly cooler. I have 55 for your low temperature. Still a ways to go until we get there, but that cooler air is now starting to sink into the area behind the cold front. Tomorrow is a spectacular day, and I think it's going to be your favorite day of the upcoming week. 77 your high temperature, sunshine, dry, also lack of humidity, and the wind is going to be kind of light and calm most of the day. This is like an A+ weather day, top 10 for the year. High pressure slides closer, again guaranteeing full sunshine. You see that through the afternoon on Monday. Now, it won't last forever. So Monday's spectacular. Tuesday, the clouds roll back in. Still a very nice day, but the clouds roll in, which tells us humidity is climbing a little bit. Temperatures also climb a little bit. So you see this brief dip in temperature only lasts for Monday. By Tuesday and into Wednesday, temperatures start to build back in, and that's part of the reason we have this risk of severe weather on Wednesday. You can see it includes most of our area in this lower level risk category. Tomorrow we'll have kind of a better idea, better map to show you here that highlights the highest risk areas. I do think we could see a couple of strong storms. I'm not sold on this being, a crazy severe weather day or anything like that, but we're going to keep an eye on it in the next couple of days. I do think we have a threat of thunderstorms, some of them strong on Wednesday, but between now and then, you really don't have to worry too much about rain or storms. That system is actually going to start to show up for us late Tuesday, kind of in the afternoon and evening. So as we approach, Monday evening and then especially into Tuesday evening, we'll keep you updated on what we see in this system on Wednesday, but it doesn't leave us on Wednesday. This holds through Thursday and even into Friday. So that's what we're going to talk about in your 7-day forecast when we finally clear out that storm system and if there's another threat of severe weather we need to watch for.
All right, Hannah, it just felt oppressive out there at times today. We were talking about it yesterday. It wasn't good. It was hot out there today.
It was not good.
No.
Could have been worse.
Yeah.
Could have been worse. That's how I want to start your forecast today, is that, it could have been worse. We could be dealing with what is now Tropical Depression Barry.
That's
Actually,
true.
a little bit of good news, though, as it relates to the Barry forecast. You can see on the desk here that the storm it doesn't look organized anymore. Winds are down to 35 miles per hour, which, for perspective, 74 mile per hour wind, that's a hurricane. Okay. We're half of that now, less than half of that. So as Barry moves ever closer to us, I just want to start with a couple of notes for what it means here. Yes, it means we're holding on to this oppressive humidity. It's actually going to drop your temperatures a little bit, and we'll circle back to that. Here, storms are going to increase Tuesday and Wednesday. I do expect some heavy downpours that could lead to some ponding on roads, potentially some localized flash flooding with 1 to 2 inches of rain possible for most of you. And I do think we could see some locally higher amounts. That's what you see here on the European rainfall model. More than 2 inches of rain possible in Louisville, but it's fascinating to see how much rain Barry is dumping right now. And then you can see very clearly the path of it as it moves a little bit farther to the east. So where do we stack up so far? We're definitely ahead of the game this year. More than 9 inches above normal, but remember, we're still ahead of last year's rainfall too, and last year was the wettest year on record. So though it has been a dry period recently, Louisville hasn't recorded rain in the last 7 days at the airport. We are in a good place to pick up a little bit of extra rain. We're seeing some of that right now, looking through Carroll into Henry counties, a couple of weaker thunderstorms that are moving out of our WDRB community. Not expecting to see another re-flare in storm activity tonight. Tomorrow, though, I think we'll see a little bit more, and here's why. It's still going to be a hot and humid day with a high temperature near 90 degrees. But you can see by the middle of this week, temperatures really start to dip. This yellow line is what's normal for this time of year. And so your high temperatures are going to be below normal Tuesday and Wednesday. Coincidentally, those were the days I told you rainfall from Barry is moving through. Let's take a look at that. This is Monday, and you can see a few scattered storms pop up across the area through the afternoon. These are going to set up on boundaries put in place by tonight's thunderstorm. So I expect we're going to see a lot of those a little bit farther east of 65, but that does not mean no storms to the west. These are going to be very isolated, kind of random as they move through the area. The rain gets a little bit more organized late Tuesday. It's 5 o'clock here on advanced track, and you can see the first waves of the rain from Barry moving in. Again, some showers here, some quick heavy downpours, and I am expecting some weaker thunderstorms as well. By Wednesday morning, you can see that's when the heavier stuff and the better chance for those stronger thunderstorms starts to move in as that center of low pressure gets a little bit closer to us. And the rain continues into the early part of Thursday morning. So in summary, your impacts from Barry will be felt Tuesday afternoon, pretty much all day Wednesday with off and on showers and thunderstorms into the early part of Thursday. And the temperatures are only going to stay down for so long. I mean, 84 for your high temperature on Wednesday is going to feel great. Don't forget it's going to be humid, but then we are right back up into the lower and I think middle 90s as we look toward next weekend. And I'm here to tell you there's going to be a lot of humidity mixed in with that 95-degree high temperature. So watch out for some potential heat alerts as we look to next weekend.
And it looks like those storms were every bit as strong as we thought.
It absolutely does. And that's why I went to Sonora today, is because what we saw on the radar last night, how quickly those damage reports were coming in, we knew that something was happening there. It's an eerie sound. The sound of sheet metal scraping in the wind. Brilliant sun shining down on what's left of destructive storms.
Everyone is safe, and I am so happy about that for the first thing, but the other thing, surprised. With as much damage as I saw when I came out of the house last night, all this destruction was done here. It's devastating to see everything.
Sonora, an unassuming community until last night's storms put them on the map.
Well, when I was in the house and all the noise started coming from the rain, it was raining so hard, and then all at once it switched to loud wind.
But they're a resilient community.
I'd just like to say thank you to all the people that came by and supported us through all this, and they still are. There's a group of people working down at the other barns, and they've been out all morning.
It looks at this point like that was straight line wind damage. We did have one confirmed tornado, though, and I'll be sharing more of Martina's story with you during WDRB News at 6.